Alright, dudes and dudettes, welcome back to another video. Today, we're gonna be playing and reviewing a map called Floating Away. It's been a while since I've done a Minecraft map playthrough and review, but this one is gonna be a special one because I have actually played this map before and reviewed it, but the reason I want to redo it is because I don't think I was able to give it a very good review. I just finished the Katacho Laboratories maps, which are very outstandingly good, so it's a bit of a jarring transition going to a normal quality map, and I was also a little overwhelmed by the amount of high quality maps out there since I was and still am working on a new Minecraft map of my own, and I didn't really want to feel like my map was worse than the other maps, so I feel like I was sort of looking for reasons to hate the map, and yeah, there were a lot of reasons. I just don't think I was in a good mental space to give the map a good review, so I ended up giving it a 5 out of 10, but today we're going to be replaying the map, and hopefully, probably, we're going to be giving it a high review. So let's just click Info, adjust voice acting, soundtrack. I'll go adjust that, and then I'll be right back. And yeah, we're going to be replaying this map and hopefully giving it a better review. Let's start the map. Yeah.
Alright, I think we're done here. Do you have any questions? No? Well, in that case, I think the outcome is clear. Welcome to Folio! We'll have you on duty tomorrow morning. So, see you then!
Yeah, the dialogue is a little bit off timing, but that's usually not the creator's fault. Usually that has to do with just Minecraft and Mango blocks being stupid. So I'm not going to blame the map creator for that.
Okay, just follow me. I'll get you there. So it's, nope, not here. It's, here. This is where you'll be working. Think of it as an office. This is your office. So get comfortable.
Alright, so we're gonna get to work. Even if the map doesn't end up being good, I can tell that this is still a very high effort map, so...
So, your job is simple. You see what I'm holding right now? These will start coming in from the conveyor belt in front of you. You pick one up, then you pick up a chip from the basket next to you, and you click it into place. Everything clear? Let's do a test run.
That thing should start coming in soon. There.
Nice. You seem to be getting the hang of it, so I'll turn this thing on. Best of luck.
Alright, so she's gonna leave, and I am going to be working. I'll get back to you guys when I have gotten closer to this being completed. Shouldn't take too long, but it might be a little bit long for you guys, so I am just gonna cut this part out. Okay, it's done, and now let's get to the more interesting stuff. One of my main complaints with the last time I played it was that the story was a bit confusing, not because the story's too complicated or anything, just because they don't explain anything at all. Like, I am a thief and I'm trying to steal these arrows, but the map does not explain this, so it just sort of feels like you're being dragged around without really understanding what's happening. So yeah, the story's probably going to be better on this second playthrough since I actually know what I'm supposed to be doing. But yeah, what we're doing right now is, I'm assuming we're sneaking around and we are trying to find a way to get these arrows. And that's why we stayed up here, because we chose to. But the map does not explain this, and that's one of the flaws with the map. No problem with the actual story, really, just the fact that it doesn't bother to explain it. Okay, so there's nothing in this wing, but I think there's definitely something in this wing. There should be a crack in the wall somewhere around here. Yep, right there. And we are going to need a spyglass to spy down there.
Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be here today, and we promise this will be worth your time. I'm standing here on behalf of Folio Industries to show you the latest and greatest technology we've been working on for the past decade.
You're supposed to spy
I
down
truly
here.
believe we've got something special in our hands that will revolutionize the way we interact with our world. Here's what we've been working on. These are float arrows. There's 2 of them, and each one is special in its own way. We've got the up arrow, which makes you slowly float upwards when you hold it, and then we've got the down arrow, which makes you slowly float downwards. Our research team has found a way to pack so much technology into these little accessories that we're able to generate a force stronger than
Those
gravity.
textures could
Now,
look a little
this
better.
is an extremely powerful technology, but it's our job to be careful and responsible with who we give access to it.
Like,
it's not yet ready for production,
Most
but we
things
wanted
in
to
the map
demo
look
it to show
a
what's
lot
possible.
better, but those
Let's take a
floating
little
arrows,
break, and I'll answer some questions
they
afterwards.
definitely could look a little better. Like, it's just 2 colors and they don't really look good together. But everything else in the map visually looks very good. But we probably will be taking that into account. And I think this is the time where I sneak downstairs. Soundtrack's pretty good. This is a pretty high effort map, even if it is short. Yeah, you're supposed to press these buttons. Another complaint I had with the map the last time I played it was that I thought the puzzles were too hard. Looking back, I really do not think the puzzles were that hard. I just really was not really willing to put in the effort to try to solve them. I wasn't really willing to put in the effort. From what I remember, these puzzles were not really hard at all. Swim controls are a bit difficult. That's sort of Minecraft's fault and not the map creators. There, we're inside. F1020 key card. I believe it opens this one. Alright, so this puzzle here is part of the reason why I had given the map a 5 out of 10 initially. These books here are supposed to give you a code, and I thought that the code that they gave you was wrong, and it was a mistake on the map creator's part, so the map wasn't beatable without the walkthrough. This was never true. It was always beatable without the walkthrough. It was just a really weird coincidence, and I'm not going to explain it since it might take a little bit of time to explain, and I'm sure you guys just want to watch me play through the map. But me thinking that the map was a little bit broken was the reason that I gave the map, or one of the reasons that I gave the map a lower score than it actually deserved. So what we're supposed to do, let me just go over here to the, this little code entry thingy. Blue, green, orange, red. And we are supposed to count the color of books. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The blue one is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Green one is 8. So 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Orange one is 7, so 6, 8, 7, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the code is 6879. Yeah. That one was not an easy puzzle. I'd say that was more of a normal difficulty puzzle. This map is really not super difficult. I just probably could have tried a little harder, just putting a little bit more effort into solving the puzzles instead of just saying that they were too hard when they weren't. Anyways, we go up here. And I believe that is a lever, yeah. Oh, I accidentally double-clicked it. Yeah, we go through here. We pick up these redstones. There should be 3 in this room, yeah. Yeah, we bring these downstairs. The only criticism I really have so far besides the bad textures for the arrows is the fact that they don't really explain the story very well. Oh, wow. So you just turn this around. This map is really, really well made. Like, even if you don't like the map, which I actually kind of am, you gotta admit, this is a pretty well made map. Time Warper. An old and discarded folio experiment, deemed too powerful for humans to possess, and it's just laying out in the open, so a little bit of a plot hole there that might get into the review. Because you think that something that powerful, deemed too powerful for humans to possess, would not be laying out in the open behind one of the surprisingly few open doors in the map. Yeah. I did complain that these controls were a little bit finicky, so let's see how finicky they are. Let me just... There's a little bit of a challenge to it, but... yeah. These aren't horrible. There. It just takes a little bit of skill. And you have to click that again to make it go back to normal. This is an area where you have to sneak back past the guard. Don't know why that was a wolf noise there, but not a super big issue. Yeah. So you got to... I wonder what happens if you just block his vision. Will it still see you? Okay. And what if only some of these are flicked? Like, will it see me here, or will it see me here? Oh, wow, that's pretty good. Yeah, very well-made map. I know I've said that a lot, but it really is a pretty cool map. There's some story issues, but the gameplay is pretty cool. They can't see me hopping around the fences, though, but that's not a super big issue. I do not think I could have done that, or at least not easily. Do a little parkour. And get up on here. And yeah, here we are. I believe we find a TNT somewhere, which we get up here. Warning, explosive. Strong enough to destroy wool, but not strong enough to shatter metal. And can be placed on a rusty block of iron. There we go. So it means, like, we have to... I'm guessing we are going to have to get multiple of these. So, there. And we destroy this, and we have to go through and get it.
Welcome back, everyone. What was that? Security!
Yeah. And we have to pick up these arrows, all while avoiding the guards. It's surprising for how good the map is. Like, these textures just don't look very good. But yeah, I think we have to go up here somewhere. Okay, so there's a little hole up there. Oh, that was where I looked through. Yeah, that was where I looked through the crack. That's not a hole for escaping.
Welcome back.
Okay, so I remember. I think we have to go back up here. Yeah, there we go. And then there's a chase scene, which I remember thinking was pretty difficult. Oh wow, that was pretty cool MLG. Yeah. Let's see exactly how difficult this chase scene is. I'm expecting a challenge, but nothing super bad. Alright, I died there. One important thing that I know now that I didn't know at the beginning of the challenge was that you should be closing these doors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, hopefully. Alright, and now we go through here. Alright. Oh, wow, I was really, really close. So, what's probably gonna happen is this chasing that I thought was really, really too hard. I am going to beat this with 2 deaths, so really, really not that hard. I do know a little bit of knowledge about this still, but yeah, really not difficult. If I didn't know anything and I was trying to beat this now, I could probably do it in 10 attempts or less. Probably 5 attempts or less if I can beat it on this attempt. 8, 9. These time controls are really not that finicky. Like, they do take a little bit of skill, but they're not bad at all. Those arrows are always what get me. Like, there's gotta be some way to evade those. Alright, what if I hold the up arrow while I'm here? Yeah, there we go. Is this gonna be it? So, this is the outro area. The intro area looked much better. But yeah. So I don't think it recognized that I beat it, somehow. We'll try to find a way to get it to recognize that. Maybe I do have to actually stand there before I go through. Huh. There's definitely a way to make it recognize that you've beaten it. Oh, okay, so I can block them off. Alright, that's useful. And then I stand here. This is probably how I do it, like, actually. And then the elevator takes me up here. Shulker elevators are really cool. What? Okay, so this chase scene is definitely a little bit broken. It's not too difficult, but it's definitely a little bit broken. Still definitely not a 5 out of 10 map, though. I'm not sure what I'm gonna rate this, but definitely not a 5 out of 10. There. We go up here. Sometimes you can't see them, which is the issue with shulker elevators. But again, not the map creator's fault, like a lot of things. So I think I have to hold the up arrow here. And there. I beat the map. Why wasn't the up arrow working? Okay, I definitely beat this. Alright. Well, I definitely beat the map. The ending is a little bit broken, but yeah. So, definitely not a 5 out of 10 map. Now it's time for me to think of an actually good rating to give this map, because there was clearly some effort put into the map, even if it does have some flaws. Okay, we've done the playthrough section of the video. Now let's get to the review. This is going to be a little different from the reviews that I've done in the past, but bear with me. Okay, first I'm going to be ranking the map into 4 categories, which you can see here: story, gameplay, aesthetic, and creativity. Some of you who have been here a while will notice that this is different from the 3 categories that I used to do, which were quality, personal enjoyment, and creativity/originality. This is because I feel like those categories are pretty outdated, and they just weren't very good for giving a rating. And these new categories are much better to help me decide how good the map is. Anyways, after we rank the map in these 4 categories, we'll give the map a rating from 0 to 5, not 1 to 5 stars. Okay, let's start. Okay, first, the story. I'm gonna give it 2.5 out of 5 stars. Now, the story itself, it's perfectly fine with very minimal plot holes. I went over the very few plot holes in the story in the video, but the story's main flaw is that it offers basically no explanation as to what your motives are or what's even happening, so the story is just confusing on the first playthrough. This is a major, and I mean really major flaw that is the one and only thing keeping the story from being, like, actually good. So, the story we've decided is a 5 out of 10, but that doesn't mean the map is. We still have 3 more categories to go. Now, the gameplay. I'll give it 3.5 out of 5 stars. The gameplay is pretty good, but not really outstanding in any way. The puzzles are quite easy, honestly, and the only one that could really be a challenge if you're actually trying is the book code. But even that's not bad. I said myself, it's more of a normal difficulty puzzle than outright easy, but it's still not bad. The challenge, I'd say, more comes from the sections like the chase scene, or like sneaking past the guard. The map is short, but not too short. And yeah, that's all I have to say about the gameplay. Let's go to the next categories. Now for aesthetic, I'll give it 4 out of 5 stars. All of the builds look great. The soundtrack is fine, and I particularly like the song that's playing in the background right now. It sort of reminds me of Kotachi Laboratories. Most textures for the items look good, besides those arrow textures. Like, they just do not look good. I have been a little critical about those, but I just don't like the way they look. And the map felt really well made despite how short it was. So, yeah, very good aesthetic. Finally, creativity. I'll give it 3 out of 5 stars. This is a remake of an older map, which I haven't played, so that plays into this some. And it doesn't seem to be ripping off any other maps. You can't really be sure, but I don't have any good reason to believe it is. And the map is reasonably not outstandingly creative. I really can't go wrong with 3 stars on the nose. Okay, finally for the overall rating, or how good the map is generally. And for that, I will give it 3.5 out of 5 stars. Now, I'm only going to be doing the star ratings with whole stars and half stars, so if it was from 1 to 10, it would be a 7.5 out of 10. Absolutely not like a mediocre map, even if it isn't truly great like some other maps. It's just a fun short puzzle map, very unique experience, link in the description if you want to go check it out. I feel like I was able to give it a much better rating this time around. For one, I hadn't just played a trilogy of masterpieces for one thing. I've also made significant progress on my map TNB, and seeing it really come together is making me more confident about it, and the fact that it is going to be good. I'm very nearly done with building. I just have the final boss arena, and then I'll make the teaser trailer. One thing I will say is that it's going to be darker than the enhanced maps, but not more inappropriate. Sort of like how the Lord of the Rings is darker and more mature than the Hobbit, but not really worse like at all in terms of content. Another thing I'll say is that these lab doors that I've come up with are just really cool. I think they're a perfect mix between clunky full block doors and those non-vanilla feeling shulker doors. So it has a vanilla feel to it, but also feels very cool too. As you've probably guessed, it has turned out to be a bigger project than I've anticipated, but I am actually making progress on this instead of just procrastinating like I did for Enhanced 3. So yeah, since I wasn't looking for reasons to not like the map, I was actually able to appreciate it this time around. Anyways, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed, and cue the outro.